What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name's Craig. Let's get into the markets a little bit, kind of talk about what's going on. I'm sure all of you guys have heard about DeepSeek. That's the new show in town that everybody's talking about. Came in at just about the right time to put a dump on Nvidia. Will that hold, or was that just another buying point for Nvidia to continue up? We'll look at that. And as usual, we'll be taking a look at that Bitcoin trade along with the XRP targets and see where we're at. That sounds good to you? Make sure you take a second out, smash that thumbs up, leave your comments throughout the video. Let me know what you think of certain things. Also, one more thing I want to know, you can leave it in the comment section below. So as most of you know, or I would hope most of you can see, that the economy is absolutely in the shitter and the markets are going up. Usually, obviously, the dollar value is going down, so it makes everything look more valuable, and that's what I believe is happening. Everything's at its a peak at the same time. That's not normal for gold, the markets, Bitcoin, everything to be at the peak at the same time. When this thing hits, be cautious, have a plan. The stuff ain't gonna go up forever, guys. Just be aware of that. So anyways, let's get into it. We're going to take a look at Nvidia first. So here's the big drop. It was the biggest market cap drop in history or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But as you can see, it's dropped that much before, just not in a day, right? So I drew some trend lines here, and we're just going to keep an eye on these, as I'm not a trader of Nvidia nor an investor in it at this time. But taking a look at it, and remember, guys, none of this is financial advice. We're going over the markets. I'm giving you my thoughts. You need to have your own thoughts, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious. I'm not opposed to someone else's view and to look at things a different way. So anyways, let's take a look at this. You can see we had 3 touches up here. We blew through it on this one. So this should be a key area to watch. If we get back above it, then we could be going to new all-time highs, or at least back to somewhere around the old all-time highs. That's going to be around the 126.73. Right now, we're currently at 121. We'll see what happens if it gets rejected here. But if we break back above that, I would say it's safe for a little while longer. But if we break below, obviously, this range, then I would say it's probably going to become resistance. And then we have a bigger trend line down here we can start to look for Nvidia, depending on if, when, and where it would get there. Could be obviously under $100, but we'll see what happens. This is going to be the key area to watch. 117 to 126 right now. DXY, as you guys know, my target has been and remains 113 here. I still believe that is a good possibility unless we break this low down here, which will also line up with the 55 EMA around that 105. We break below there, I think we go test 100 again and then continue up from there, most likely. But if we look at the RSI here, we are making some hidden bullish divergence. Let's see if this plays out. We're making higher lows in the price action, lower lows in the RSI. That usually means a bounce incoming. So could be going up to that 111, 113 range. And I have much higher targets after that. Remember, if the value of the dollar goes up against the other currencies, the value of things valued in the dollar will come down, right? So let's take a look at the 10-year yield. We were looking at this as a possible head and shoulders. It broke through the neckline, but we're back above it right now. If it was to break back down below, remember, we have our 200 EMA here. That's our target. About 4.27 is where I would look for that to land. But again, if we look at this right here, we are making higher lows right here and lower lows in the RSI. That's hidden bullish divergence. Again, if we can stay above here, and I'll put a price on there so you guys can see right about here. So if we can stay above that 455 range, chances are we're going to get another push up. As you guys know, I have a targets, much higher targets up here. 560 is the first target. And then I think I had this on the weekly when I made these targets. Let me see. Show up. Yeah. So we have super high targets up here. And if you guys were around, or if you just look at charts and you look at history, back in the 80s, we were up at super high, which made mortgage rates super high, right? So mortgage rates, a good mortgage rate was like 12-15% back then. We may see that all again, but what happens with that is deflation. So the price of everything else will come down. The value of the dollar goes up. That's what I am thinking is going to happen here. We'll see if it actually happens, but I do believe that's where we're headed. Okay, so the S&P. S&P made a new all-time high last week, right? Had a big drop yesterday with Nvidea, of course, because of the DeepSeek that nobody ever heard of until yesterday. But anyways, right now we're still getting rejected. We were talking about this one-to-one extension. If we get above that, our next area of resistance is going to be that 63.43. That's what I've been talking about. A possibility of one more push up would give XRP, Bitcoin, another high. And we talked about where those might be, and I'll show you again at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around. But this is also just a trend line right off of these peaks here from way back in 2018, right? Let's take a look at NASDAQ. So on the NAS, right here is where I see us if we go up and push for another high. Obviously, we were close to an all-time high here again last week along with the S&P, but it did not quite make it. We are getting support on the 55 EMA right now. That is about 19.5. If that breaks, I'd be looking for the 18,000, 18,100 range on this 100 EMA for a bounce. Dow Jones. Is Dow Jones going to make a new high? If it is, it will probably be up to this level, the 45,556 that we've had here forever, which is just another trend line, right? And as you guys know, I'm looking at this as an ending fifth wave diagonal. Let me put it in the daily so you can see it. And that is in the daily. So if we do get up and retest that, top trend line would be around 145,583, right? I would expect a rejection there, if nothing else, a short-term correction, but most likely, I'm not gonna say most likely, it could possibly be the top. We've been watching this as a fifth wave, ending fifth wave diagonal for a long time, and that's a big diagonal for an ending fifth wave. So we'll see what happens there. Trump coin, guys, I don't understand how people, please explain, right? If you're into meme coins, everybody do your own thing, you know, treat it like a penny stock. You might make a shitload of money, whatever. But please explain to me how you can buy a coin that comes out, right? Like these meme coins, like the Trump coin. It comes out with literally no real use case, no nothing, just put a name on it and people buy it. The only way to get into that stuff is get in basically on the first day, like they did over here, right? 11, 12 bucks, whatever it started out as. And you know that a lot of people bought that for less than a penny, right? Before they revealed it here. And that a lot of that happens in a lot of these coins, guys. There are people that got in or nothing, or given the coin just to push the coin, right? So be careful with that. But let's take a look. If it does get a nice bounce here, where could it go for the people trading it? That's what would make this move, right? What would I look for? It would be, I'm going to give you a target on here. Obviously, it's a meme coin. Anything can happen, but still going to look at it as a possible trade, right? There's a couple ways to look at this, but we're going to look at it this way first. Right here is where it broke. So that would give you a target of approximately, right? Approximately. And I'm going to start going over, like I said, I'm going to start my member videos again real soon. And we'll be going over all the meme coins, all everything in private videos. So if you're a member, you will get alerted as long as your notification bell's ticked, and we'll go from there. But anyways, this is what I would be looking for if it was another push up. Also, clone this bottom. You may just be making a falling channel, right? With a touch at the top, touch at the bottom, touch at the top, touch at the bottom, right? And that would give you, you know, anywhere in somewhere in this range, 39 to 40 bucks is what I'd be looking for if it continues up from here. So again, dangerous meme coin. So here is my big view on the bearish view on Bitcoin. Of course, Anything can happen. This thing can push to the moon, right? Could go to $1 million, whatever. But what I'm looking at here is the possible fifth wave we've been talking about for a long time. You can see the smaller waves within the larger waves, and we could definitely still see this. But let's get into the actual trading, right? This doesn't matter for actual trading. That matters for people holding, right? And if you are interested in trading, check out PrimeXBT. They are a sponsor of the channel. Links down below. By using my link, you can get up to a $7,000 bonus. I'll leave a tutorial video up here. In the video, it says to put in promo code Savvy50. You don't have to do that no more. My link down below brings you right to this page where you can choose your up to a $7,000 bonus or 25% off your trading fees. The cool thing about Prime is you can trade everything. You can trade gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, Forex, and you can trade all that stuff against your crypto, right? So you can try to grow your crypto by trading traditional markets with it instead of using cash, if you get what I'm saying. Anyways, and if for those of you that have been asking for no VPN, no KYC exchange, also got partnered with one of them, and that is BITUNIX. I checked them all out, and they pretty much had the better platform, in my opinion. Obviously, do your own research, but for no KYC, no VPN, BITUNIX is down there. You can use my link. If you deposit $100, they match it with $100, and there's a bunch of other. You can make a few thousand and other bonuses by going through what they tell you to do when you open it up. So anyways, let's look at Bitcoin. So this is the 4-hour chart we've been watching. Did we just get our retest we were waiting for at the bottom of the triangle? Definitely a possibility. As you guys know, I have my stops above here. I've kept them right above this trend line. Right now, they're currently at 1042. We'll see what happens. Can I get stopped out? Absolutely. I'll take a small loss there. I'm not risking. I'm trading on leverage, so I'm not risking hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? I'm usually risking $1,000 to $5,000. But with that $1,000 to $5,000, if you understand margin, you can be playing with $50,000 or $100,000, right? But so a lot less risk. Anyways, if we do get back above this 104 area, I would be looking for your resistance at this top trend line. And you could also watch for any diversion right here, any divergence down here, right? Bullish or bearish. So I'm thinking we're still probably headed towards this 92.8. I'm going to stay in my short. This is where I will start taking profits. I do expect a bounce here. Now, do I expect to bounce to new all-time highs? Well, we'll have to see what forms when it gets down here. We'll have to wait for the formation if it gets down here, right? Otherwise, if we break this 105, 350-ish area, we still have our targets at 112 and 116. That 116 target is just the breakup point from this. So that would be saying this was a bear trap, pop back up, and continue that. 112 to 116 range, this is where I believe we could be seeing the top. I showed you in yesterday's video the Wyckoff distribution. There's two different Wyckoff distributions, and I showed them both on yesterday's video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Let's take a look at another view on the daily. So on the daily, if this was a rising or a falling wedge, right, we came back up. Didn't quite retest, but that could be considered a retest, close enough. And that's where we get the 116 level, right? That's just a measured move from the breakout of this. So that's the bullish case. And I explained in the Wyckoff how this could match up as well as the chart I showed you prior. Now, XRP, same thing, guys. We've been looking at, these are our targets right here. 348 was our main target, right? Or no, it wasn't our main target. Our main target, which I didn't think it was going to happen, but I always gave you guys this in the videos, the very bullish case scenario, which was the breakout of this wedge, right? Bring it over here to where it broke out. And that gets you that 391. Now, that would be a good area to watch for at least a major pullback, right? Which could definitely also be the top. But then we had these here, right? We had this triangle. Take a measured move of that triangle to where it broke out, and that got us this 348, which we have not yet reached. We do reach that, I would look for at least a scalp short in there. You'll probably get a retrace of some sort. And then our next target, if we break that 391, which was our big main target, right? We could look at this as a bull flag, this being a flag pull, getting us up to around that 471, 480, right in that range. That's where I would say would most likely be the ultimate top if it can break through these resistance levels here. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, tune into the next video. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Am I way off here? What do you think about the inflation deflation? Please explain your thoughts below, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. I'm out.